Hello and welcome to this episode of Spotlight 209, sponsored by Horseshoe Casino Hammond, offering a premier gaming and entertainment experience in Northwest Indiana. On today's episode, we are joined with realtor and now interior designer Holly Fisher to talk about what went into the design of the book club Speakeasy at Radius and to give us some tips on the best way to prepare your home to sell. Holly?
Hi, everyone. It's nice to be here.
How are you doing today, Holly?
Good. Excited.
It's weird not seeing you at the Yuki pool for once. This feels like This is a little random. Yeah.
I know. This is more formal. So yeah.
Yeah. Well, okay. We'll manage through this. So the book club Speakeasy at Radius. That's your first time ever interior designing in like a professional sense, correct?
Yes. And I've renovated my own home from top to bottom. It was completely gutted. So I kind of got a feel for everything. And, but then I was asked by Chris and Tina Pablo, if I would be interested in helping them because they had been in my home before. And, I said, definitely. So I went down to the Speakeasy. Well, at that time it wasn't the Speakeasy, but I went down to the room that was going to be the Speakeasy, and Chris laid out his dream of what he wanted. And I said, I can do it. We can do it. So, it was my first job, and it kind of just rolled. It was smooth. Honestly, it really was.
Well, that's crazy that started from just being in your house and seeing the way that you designed that. That's not what I was expecting.
But that's exactly how it started. And he mentioned it at a Christmas thing. And then by January, I was already starting to look for, stuff for the project. And then February, it started, and that was it. So we took our time, and we wanted it to be right. And, I'm very picky about things. So I'm kind of a perfectionist when it comes to design. And I've always had an eye for stuff, but I guess I didn't realize how much, like in terms of commercially, how I could do it. But residentially, I've been a real estate agent for 25 years. So I'm used to the residential aspect, but I'm already getting commercial jobs now for interior design for other companies.
Crazy how one can spawn many.
Yes, it is.
So like if people haven't been down there or seen any of the videos, it's kind of a Prohibition era style. There's a lot of couches, a lot of knickknacks. We got neon signs. Where do you even start trying to put this vision together? Because there's a lot going on.
So how it typically happens is, what we did was I would pick what I thought was sexy and fun and good, textures and things and colors. And I put it together, and I would give, Chris like 4 different samples, knowing that the next set I'm going to give him is going to go well with any of those 4 that he picked. So he really did pick everything out. I just put like 4 items in front of him. He picked from that onto the next 4. So that would be like, curtains, lighting, furniture colors. But it is kind of a balance, because like if you have blue in one corner, you want blue in the other corner, or all over the room, you want it like to have certain hits of colors so that go together. But yeah, I mean, that's kind of how it all went about with the design part, picking things. And but Chris had a lot of control. I mean, it's his place, so I wanted him to be really happy with it. But the vibe, I wanted it to be dim and sexy and fun and, dress up and, not the regular, bars that you can go to with, all kinds of hoodlums and stuff. I'm just saying this was going to be something for someone that wanted to go and experience a really nice date night that we don't have around here, that we have to go to the city for. But now we have it here. So
cool. And so let me ask you this. How much did you have to go into the light up stairs? I call them the Billie Jean stairs, and the book club, the bookshelf itself that turns into the door. What was that? What went into that, the idea?
Well, actually the stairs was one of the first things I bought. I just thought, you know what? We need to make an entrance. So when someone steps 1 foot down those stairs, I want them to be like, wow, this is going to be a cool experience. So as they walk down, they're turning the corner. They really don't know what they're looking at until they just then see everything. And it really is a great visual when you first get down there. It kind of blows you away, to be honest with you. It really does. So the stairs was the first thing. It had to be the best thing ever. So that was the, the first part. The door came in. We always knew what door we wanted, but it took a while for it to be built because it was custom. So that went on last. And so that was the last thing I decorated was the door. But that, Jordan, the contractor, which I worked hand in hand with, Chris and I worked hand in hand with him. He did an amazing job. If I said, you know what, I'm going to dream this part up here, I want to do this, he's like, okay, let's do it. And he literally would do everything we wanted. So he built the VIP room, the entertainment section, the curved bar, just literally anything we could dream up, he did it.
Yeah, I mean, the bar itself with the backsplash is really great. It lights up. It's really cool. Like, the best way I could probably describe it, if to somebody who maybe has not seen it yet, is it's got like a modern Gatsby vibe.
Yes, that's what I wanted to pull. Modern, old, everything, shiny, soft, all those things together.
Well, you killed it, Holly. I know I was there yesterday. I know it's been a huge week for them, their opening, and it's been really fun to see it kind of blow up. I know.
I'm really excited for everyone to go enjoy it, have date night there, have their events there, their parties, their Christmas parties, their birthdays. I really think this would be a really great place for that to happen.
Heck yeah. So out of curiosity, which one do you appreciate more? You said you were a realtor for 25 years. This is new, so this is a little more fun, I'm sure, right now. Do you have a preference on which one you like more right now?
No, I don't, to be honest with you. I absolutely love being a real estate agent. I love helping people. It's close to my heart. It's like to help a lot of people. In this aspect, I get to use my creativeness to open up things and make people happy that way. So I like them both, to be honest with you. And I think I'm going to continue to do both for the rest of my life, to be honest.
Awesome. As a videographer, I really appreciate anytime someone puts that much design into a space because it makes it so easy to film.
You know what? Honestly, it was a very enjoyable job, and it did take a lot of effort, but it didn't feel like a lot of effort because I spent a lot of evenings doing my marketing for real estate, on my phone or whatever while I'm just sitting here in the evenings. But I did the same thing with the speakeasy. So I was picking things and pulling things and creating things while I was sitting there. And so to me, all the time that was put into it didn't feel like a ton of time, but it really was, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
And now looking back at it, but it was a very enjoyable process, and I'm going to continue to do it.
Awesome. Well, I got to go to a quick commercial break. Are you cool to stick around and maybe answer some questions about some realtor stuff?
Sure.
All right. So before we continue on, let's hear a quick word from our sponsor.
Calling all college football and NFL fans, game day just leveled up at the Fan Cave inside the Horseshoe Hammond Casino. Watch 8 games at once with your crew in a private viewing area. Room for 15 fans with space to grow to 50. Craving great wings or a cold one? You and your guests will have access to a full food and bar menu with your own personal Fan Cave server running point. And when the final whistle blows, the casino fun is just steps away. Reserve your spot at the Fan Cave today, only at Caesar Sportsbook Horseshoe Hammond. Game day, your way.
Okay, so Holly, what is a good time of the year to possibly sell your home?
Well, to be honest with you, everyone thinks that summer is the best time, but it's obviously, what everyone thinks, but it's not really the best time. So the best time to sell your home is literally when your kids go back to school. People then get on, so in the fall, they get on the computer, their kids are, at school, they can think, they don't have to run them to, their friends, the pool, softball, whatever. Yeah. So that's when they are starting to look again. And they think, well, I want to be somewhere before Christmas. So all the real buyers are out there right about that time. And about 2 weeks before Christmas, I kind of slow down. About a week after the new year, I start to get busy again. People know they're getting their tax refunds, that spring is coming. They don't want to spend one more Christmas in that small house with that big Christmas tree. So a lot of people then tend to start looking then too as buyers. And then obviously spring market, everyone knows the spring market is, everyone's excited, everything's turning green, curb appeal's better. But summer is probably the least busy time.
No way.
Yeah.
So that completely changes my world upside down. I would have thought the exact opposite.
People don't realize that. They don't realize that. And so when I explain that, it does make sense. And I do have a lot of buyers and sellers at that time going on.
Wow. So. Wow. And you're right. My kids are 5 and 7. Sports has come upon us way faster than I ever imagined. And the summers are nuts.
Yes.
We'd have no free time. Yeah,
people don't
zero
have-
free time. That's why I barely see you at the pool when I get a chance to even get to Yuki.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not a huge news guy. I don't watch it all the time, but I have been hearing things about interest rates potentially dropping.
Yes.
Is that true?
Yes. So they've already dropped a little bit. On the 29th of October, they dropped again. And they're anticipating 2 more drops before the end of the year. So I feel like I have a ton of listings right now. People are ready to move. I think people are about ready to buy, but I think it's going to start all at one time. So the best time for the buyers is right now because you have tons of inventory that you can choose from, and you probably can get a better deal. If you wait until everyone else is purchasing, when the interest rates drop, then at that point you're going to be, doing multiple offers. You're going to be doing bidding wars, and you'll have less leeway of getting a better deal with all the other buyers out there. So really, right now, call me. It's a great time if you want to go see houses. If you want to list your house, call me. I love to do marketing, and I do really well on listing homes. So I'm definitely excited for everyone for the coming future, what's going to happen with the real estate market.
Great yard sign, by the way. I see that thing and it is cool.
Thanks.
It really stands out. I gotta say, the all black background's really cool.
Thank you.
The next question I have is that if you're thinking about possibly preparing your home to list, what are some tips that you can give that maybe help you sell that thing as fast as possible?
Declutter. Less is more, definitely. So if you feel like you're going to move and you're just even a thought of moving, get boxes, start packing up all your personal stuff because people, you put it in the garage, put it in the basement, just out of the way, but get it prepared that way because people have to see themselves in your home. When they walk in and they see all the personal pictures and all the knickknacks and tchotchkes, they can't see past that sometimes. Some people are very visual. So you want to make sure that you can let them visualize themselves and their family there. So that's probably the biggest thing. Curb appeal is another, because if someone pulls up and they don't like the way the house looks on the outside, without, put some mums out, clean up the yard, don't have weeds, keep your grass mowed. You don't have to go spend a ton of money. There's a lot of DIY projects you can do in your yard. And we have, YouTube, and you can learn anything on YouTube. So, literally, so just kind of clean it up and make sure everything is out of the way and open and spacious for people to come in and walk through and visualize their family to come there.
I have no idea how people fix things pre to YouTube. Like, you just had to know.
I don't either.
That's insane. Like, the amount of times I had to look it up, especially with anything like lawnmower related or anything. It's just like, how did people do this? It's crazy.
Oh, this is
hey, we got a guest.
Bear.
What up, Bear?
My baby dog. But yeah, this is Bear. I don't know if you heard me say something, but like he thinks he's going to go for an RIDE or something. But so he perked right up when you heard something. But
that's awesome. Yeah. Holly, thank you so much for joining in. Congratulations on the book club. It's really cool. I can't wait for people to see that.
Very proud to be a part of that.
And thanks for the tips. I mean, those are all things I didn't really know. And so it's really awesome to hear it.
Yeah, no, thanks for having us on. Thanks for having me and Bear on.
Yeah, Bear. Well, you guys have a good rest of the day, okay?
Thanks, you too.
All right, take care, Holly.
Bye.
So thanks for watching this episode of Spotlight, and make sure to check out some of the events going on at the venue at Horseshoe Casino Hammond, including Brian Culbertson this Friday, R&B Block Party featuring the Jermaine Dupri on 11/15, and Andrew Santino on 11/22. To find out about all things happening in the region, go to the Times website at nwi.com or on their socials, and please check out our Eat Local 219 app, both on iTunes and Android. New episodes drop every week on Thursday, so be on the lookout. Thanks again for watching, and have a great weekend.